The mess. I'm gonna like that so far. You like taking it? Yes. What's that? Okay, I'm gonna try to let you guys see what they're looking like. What do I use? The hair growth serum on my website. So look, y'all see the potatoes? So the oil's gonna keep going down into this. Then I'll come flip them again. All right, potatoes and onions. Okay. Now let's get into these fried eggs. Okay. So just like with the potatoes, you gotta keep the eggs on low. And they are. Because if not, end up making it too brown too fast on the outside. So I usually eat 2 eggs. Okay. Gigi doesn't want any eggs with her potatoes. She doesn't want eggs with her potatoes, and that's fine. Put a little salt and pepper on there. Yes. Again, slow and steady is the way to go. Don't try to do it too fast. Remember, kind of clean up a little bit as you go. So you know how to clean up later. That's what we're doing right here. Strawberries are delicious. See that sugar on them is creating a nice little glaze on them. You're gonna taste so yummy. Now, I want you guys to see. Let me show you guys. See how these eggs, because I want my eggs over medium. Okay, that's a little piece of onion right there. Because remember, I got the oil from the potatoes. But anyway, so remember, yes, today is the last day for today or tomorrow for buy one get one. So if you want to order, feel free to go order. So look right here. I'm gonna turn it up just a little, not much. Let me show you what I had it on. I had it this slow. Okay, I'm gonna turn it up just a little bit. You're cooking very well. Getting all of that real good, like I need it to be nice and slow. Okay, so let's wrap this thing up. So what I'm gonna do is use this to separate my eggs. Okay. Separate it beautifully, perfectly. Turn it around a little bit. Now, remember I turned it up just a little bit because my outside is doing what I need it to do. Okay. Oh, we're gonna put this back in the fridge. And our strawberries. I won't add too much into the baby. Oh, I should have made them mimosa.
Grand Rising, Q. Grand Rising, Gwen. Happy Sunday. Melody is burning it up in the kitchen. Ooh, it looks good. I can smell it over here.
Again, I like my eggs to be over medium when I have potatoes. If I don't have potatoes, I want them scrambled. So now we're gonna let it cook on that side for a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, let me get my plate. Gigi, you want some strawberries too? Oh, sure. I did some strawberries. Waters. Yeah, down here unless the kids took them out of school, but I'm looking. only one left, because I mean, I need to order some more before they come back. So, anywho, you guys are cool? Yes. You know it, girl. You know I got me some coke in there, girl. Don't even try to play with me like that, BG. You know I got me some coke, okay? Oh yeah, my eggs are about ready for me to put on my plate. I want to put it one more time. There we go. All right, good. Perfect. So what I'm about to do, I'm about to put my eggs over medium on my plate, and my potatoes, and my delicious strawberries. Okay, this is what I do. So, Gigi wants some strawberries, so I'm going to give her some of my glazed strawberries. Some of my glazed strawberries. Yummy. Now I'm going to put my eggs on it. 1 egg. 2 eggs. Turn that off. Boom. This is sick, actually. Now,
I'm going to try cooking
so I took the paper.
potatoes and onions her way. It comes out like French fries. I'm going to try that this morning for the boys.
Delicious. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh, so yummy. Gigi. Oh, Gigi. Oh, Gigi, I got something for you. Oh, your plate looks so pretty. It does, doesn't it? Yours does too. That's good. Yeah, I'll probably want to do that. Well, excuse me. There you go. That's all I was going to give you was that right there. I've never had it like this. But go ahead and tell the people how you like it, or not. Be honest. You know. Now I ain't made them in a little bit. How do you cook yours? But so I only cook fried potatoes. I don't cook for breakfast, but I'm not a breakfast eater. You're not a breakfast eater? I make fried potatoes like for dinner. Yeah. And I do it with like a shallow grease, but I cover them. I do onions and stuff too.
Oh, that looks good.
You like them? Mm-hmm. You like the onions? I do like it crispy. You like it crispy? So here's my plate, you guys. Thank you guys for coming on live with me this morning. It was so much fun. With Melody Sheree. With Melody Sheree. Cooking with Melody Sheree. Okay, so we're about to tear up these strawberries. Saving the onions. I have my eggs over medium, just like I like them. Gigi didn't want eggs. But she's over there definitely tearing it up. And normally, y'all sit up late. Do you normally want ketchup? Do you want some? I think I'll take a little bit, but I don't even have to have it. You don't have to have it? Well, then why are you getting some? I'm sorry, Gigi. I don't have ketchup anyway. Oh, yes, I do. It's so funny. Like, I see all of your kids' personality. Yeah. And you, like, that was just like twice. I could see it. That was just a boss baby moment. Girl, sometimes I'll be like, yeah. Lauren, sometimes be like, okay, big sugar mama. All right, so, and big boss baby. Okay, so look, you guys. I'm going to have me some sparkling. You want some sparkling juice? I think we should celebrate toast to life. I'll do that. Y'all do what? I'll do that. Now, you might have to help me. Because, you know, sometimes they be a little hard. Let me get our glasses. You want one too? Oh, you take the toast? This is just this. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. And then I'm going to leave y'all alone. Because I know y'all are not coming here to play with me. I was looking at the kids calling my news. I thought, they be making their little fake mimosas. They probably all in the dishwasher. Boss baby, and sugar mama. So we're going to do a toast. If you're at home watching, feel free to do a toast with us. It's Sunday. That's a great day. Well, I'll get more since y'all don't want that much. I'm going to feel good. Y'all ready? So let's make sure they can see our toast. If you're at home watching, toast with us to wealth, health, prosperity. Cheers to 2025 on the way. More blessings, enlarged territory, peace, and happiness. Amen. Amen. Where the crackers at? The potatoes. That's all, you guys. Okay? That's all. I love y'all. Till next time. Cheers.
Hi, everybody. I'm just in my Zen den. Let me stop that. Hi, thanks for coming. I look crazy. I'm still in my robe. But you know what? God loves me and wants me to win. And so does my Curvies. So let's see. Last night's episode, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's see, can I pull it up? Just this part of it. YouTube. Hope everybody had their morning coffee. I'm going to try that potato recipe that Melody just did. I'm going to try it for my kids when they get up today. I will be trying that recipe, so I'll let you guys know how it goes. Now, usually when I make my fried potatoes in the morning for the boys, I take the potatoes, I cut them like French fries, but then I cut them into bits, like, little square cubes, kind of like those hash browns. And then I make sure those get crunchy, and I do put the onions and garlic in there with them. And then I take those out of the pan and I put them over there, and then I'll add the sausage. And then I take the sausage out of the pan, let the grease go away, add a little butter, put the eggs, add back the sausage, add back the crispy potatoes, scramble it all together like one of those skillet things that we used to get down at, we used to get those skillets from sizzling skillets at Denny's or something like that. They used to do those skillets and stuff, those scramble skillets. So the kids love those. But I will be trying the potato chip looking morning potatoes. That looks great. Now, usually when I do the round sliced potatoes and I put them in a pan, I usually do them more of a smothered style. I don't let the potatoes get all crispy that way. I just let them get soft, and some are a little brown and crispy with the onions, but it's usually very soft consistency of the potatoes. I will definitely be trying this extra crispy potato chip style of cooking morning potatoes with Melody. Now, like I said, I was going to try to show you last night's Love and Marriage Huntsville, you guys. That was a lot. And I don't do a lot of Love and Marriage Huntsville over here, but since we are here now, let me go ahead and pull up last night's Love and Marriage Huntsville. Yesterday. So that would have been this. So on Love and Marriage Huntsville,
watch why Japanese people
with
eat white rice.
Melody.
Rice is pure glucose in starch form. It is one of the fastest ways.
Okay.
Do you have any wrap?
Watch
So
why Japanese people eat white rice.
What?
Rice is pure glucose in starch form. It is one of the fastest ways to raise your sugar of any of the starches.
I just skipped that.
Wrap bands?
I go all the way around.
This really wants us to sponsor their channel. No problem.
Find the lowest priced health plans at healthforcalifornia.com. Get a quote in 30 seconds.
Hey, you after me. Every time he opens his mouth and says about Marcel, he's gonna be talking about Marcel knows about Martell. And Martell ain't gonna like that. But Martell, his family, what's going on, and all this stuff. I never touched you.
Okay, so this is a little snippet of Love and Marriage Huntsville from last night, right? So last night on Love and Marriage Huntsville, that's the show Melody Rodgers, who was just cooking breakfast, is a part of. And she created the show with this man in these shorts right here. And they took it to Carlos, and then he revamped it just enough to make it not hers, but his. But she still gets EP credits. So anyway, this is a picture of everybody except for Melody, because Melody isn't messing with these people. And these people aren't really messing with Melody, in my opinion. Oh, look, my door is open to my hallway. Let me close this a little. So, where was I? So Melody just took all the women of this cast on a girls' trip, and they just got back. And then Destiny decided to have a big D energy day or something, because Destiny thinks she has a dick and she thinks it's very big. She thinks she has big dick energy, and she goes throwing her dick all around on the people because it's a big dick. But now she's coming out with a fragrance called Big D Energy. And then when the fragrance is about to come out, she's like, oh, you guys, I know what you guys are thinking it's about, but it's not that. It's Big Destiny Energy. You're the one that started the big dick energy thing, lady. That's why we were thinking that. Anyway, so Martell, Maurice, and Marceau were all in college together. So they've known Martell for longer than they've known Melody. Let the people tell it. And they were all in college together. And while they were in college, I guess they did some things. And now it's all about to come out in season 9, episode 6, Loving Mayor Tunstfield. Let's take a listen. Now I have the captions on right here, so we can try to read along so we can see if we heard what we heard, but just know that these captions are wrong also. So just let's use our listening ears.
No, his text messages always gonna be to you. I go get my phone. You bring out your bring out my. There's nothing that Martell's gonna bring out the phone. That's actually gonna show. It is.
Show what you got. Don't hold it over my head. I got something. Show what you got.
So Martell in that scene was saying, oh, I got something that I can prove. And they're like, show us. You guys been saying you got something on our marriage for all these years. Show us. And I don't like this lady right here, the Trisha lady right there. Liar face, liar face. And yeah, I'm not sure about her. But okay. Listen to this, you guys. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Fair use is permitted for research, commenting, and education, and it tips in the balance of personal use. This was my copyright disclaimer.
And I didn't mean it. It's not true.
If I was you, I would want to see it too. Anything you got. Anything you got.
I'm sorry, and I didn't mean it. It's not true. And then you come back and you did.
Because I'm a dude. It's like dude code. It's like bitches that we never. I'm not saying nothing about it. We've never met.
So Martell just said that him and Marceau effed girls together, and he hasn't said anything about it. And the reason he's going in so hard right now is because he feels like bro code was violated, I guess.
And Martell, you put up right after.
He said, you F somebody right after I F somebody, but they beeped out the name and they beeped out the F word.
Hey, you after me. You're smoking crack.
He said, you fucked after me. And then Marceau is all, you're smoking crack.
You know she too, right?
And then he's saying that you know your wife, Tisha, fucked so-and-so and said a name too, and you fucked after that person. And I want us to look at this. Can we look at this? Uh-oh. It wouldn't let me.
Yeah. And Martell, you put up right after. Hey, you after me. You're smoking crack. You know she too, right?
Look at Destiny's face right here, you guys. Look at Destiny's face. That says, this surprise look to me suggests that Destiny knew the answer to that, but she's surprised that it made it out of his mouth in front of everybody that it's in front of. But that look right there, to me, suggests the shock and this the shock on Destiny's face right here. See how her mouth is open, how her jaw is ajar, how it's literally like she's gasping right here, because she thought that was not going to make it to air. Whatever it is, Destiny knows this is true. Destiny knows it's true. In my opinion, allegedly, Destiny knows it's true. And Martell knows Destiny knows it's true. Look how he's literally leaning on her in this moment of truth telling. Yeah. And Marceau's answer of now all of a sudden Martel's a crack smoker. Everything Martel has said about his wife has been taken as 100% truth to this same group of people. 100% truth. Well, they will repeat back to Melody what this bucket hat fool wearing liar will say. She had boyfriend, she was smashing during their marriage, she cheated first, he wasn't the only one cheating. All these lies, to me they're lies, because he didn't start bringing this shit up until after he got caught with his baby mama on the side. When he got caught with coleslaw and a side of beans, then he finally started saying, oh, Melody was doing this too. Melody. So that to me does not make him a truth teller. I think he's lying, trying to make her as bad as him. But all the people sitting at this picnic table right here believe Martel and say things with Martel authority. Let's just say that. But now all of a sudden he talking about you and your wife, and he's smoking crack and a liar. So he's either a truth teller or a crack smoker. How can the truth be for Melody, but crack smoking and lies be for Martel? I mean, be for Marceau and Tisha. I think that Martel is telling the truth, because he did hold on to this for so long. I think Martel is telling the truth in this case. Let's keep going.
And I saw it in person.
Oh my God. So now Martel not only said that he knows Tisha smashed his homeboy, but that he was in the room. And I know firsthand, like in college, it can get kind of crazy when you're in your teens and your early 20s. You will have like those orgy style sex sessions where you are looking at your friend get boned by her dude, and you're getting boned by your dude, and the whole room is smelling like Badowsi, but you're having fun, and you're not telling nobody that doesn't need to know, you know? So I could see Martel being in a room while his boy was smashing Tisha during college, because that's the kind of stuff that happens in college. That is the kind of stuff that happens in college, people. I believe it. Oh, and then look at Marceau's face. I think he knew.
No shit, too, right? And I saw it in person. I saw it in person. Ooh, you nasty.
What I do,
girl?
Marcel?
You beyond nasty.
What I do, Marcel? No, that's what he said.
Hey, we're not about to address that. Don't even address that, please.
I think that Martel should have never said anything that involved Tisha.
So Marceau can say things that involve Melody. Maurice can say things that involve Melody. Letitia can say things that involve Melody or Martel or Miss Van. Kimmy can say things that involve Melody, Martel, Miss Van. So the Scotts can say things that involve Martel's woman, but Martel can't say anything that involves the Scott's woman. This show has been on for 9 seasons. And for 9 seasons, the Scotts have been discussing Melody and her marriage. Okay? They've even dragged Miss Van into the conversation on a number of occasions. But now, season 9, episode 6, there's a line that shouldn't be crossed about who's coming out of somebody else's mouth. Really, Kimmy? Really, Chemo? Chemo Kimmy, is this chemo brain? And I hate to take it there, but this is a totally different Kimmy, because she was co-signing on all the shit when we're talking about Melody, when we're talking about Martel. When the Scotts are talking about the Holt / Rodgers, It's fine. Kimmy don't have nothing to say. She's on Beyonce's mute challenge. But now that her camp is getting some fire, now that her camp has the attention of Martell Holt's rage and his bucket hat rage, because you know when he wears the bucket hat, then we are in for some good entertainment when Martell Holt puts on the bucket hat. Okay, so now we got a line, Kimmy. Really, Kimmy? Kimmy, really? We don't like the Scots that much for you to get to have a line all of a sudden 9 seasons in after you've been bashing the Holts and the Rodgers for 9 seasons. It's your turn officially. That's what's happening. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. So you guys thought it was okay to sit here and talk shit about Melody and her marital problems and all the allegations over in her household openly, freely, whether they're in the scene with you or not. They're the topic of discussion when you're sitting in your backyard when you can see everybody else's backyard, Kimmy. But now, he should have never brought Letitia into it. Bitch.
Bringing Tisha, dragging Tisha into that was a low blow.
Other than your significant other, who has shown up for you the most in this alleged friend group?
Nobody.
Nobody.
You said that? Mine is Martell. He showed me how not to use my marriage for a terrible sidekick.
So then, did you just hear what Marceau said? He said Martell showed him how not to leave his marriage for a shareable side chick. And Martell had just said that he shared a woman with Marceau, to which Marceau called him a crack-smoking liar. But now he taught you how not to share a side chick. So it kind of sounds like you shared him, and now you know how not to share him because he showed you after you shared him. So who's smoking crack, Marceau?
I'm sorry. He asked me, hey man, did Mel try to suck?
Now, I vaguely remember when Martell was mad at Melody that she had went and met with Marceau when they were having marital problems. Like, they went and met and talked about what was going on. And after Martell found out about that at that year's reunion, he was very upset. So, and now Marceau is saying that Martell had called him. He was like, did Melody ask you, can she suck your peen while she was in the car with you? Because I guess Ariane would ask to do that if she was in the car. I don't know. That's what Coleslaw does.
This is nothing new. Martell accuses everyone else of cheating and lying. He's done it with Nell Fletcher. He's done it with Kimmy. He's done it with Mel, and now he's done it with me. He had mentioned to go get some drinks or something like that. So that was my issue, to smooth it with the drinks.
I think that it's sad that because of that, he went to Marceau and Melody.
Right. And because Martell is mad insecure. He's high-key insecure, you guys. Anybody who wears baby shirts and works out that much is high-key insecure, and they're trying to work it out. It's okay, though.
Anything.
I wouldn't like to gesture like that. Let's get some drinks at a time that you're not doing too good.
You're accusing his friend of wanting his ex-wife. They don't know what type of friends he's used to.
Stop letting them increase your rate.
Okay, so that's the kind of friends that he's used to. The kind that want you to share girlfriends and stuff like that. And how would Letitia have known that all those seasons ago, except for what Martell just said about them smashing the same girls is true, you guys. And that Letitia knows that Martell was in the room with her when she was smashing his homeboy in college. Ta-da! That just made it all real.
What do y'all gotta go or both y'all gotta leave?
The Fletchers haven't said nothing.
Okay? What are you talking about?
You said I couldn't. Also, you know who she married? You think you was ugly than you are, better than you are. What the talking about? I couldn't. You think you could? You said I couldn't. Also.
Done it with Nail Fletcher. He's done it with Kimmy. He's done it with Mel, and now he's done it with me.
He had mentioned to go get some drinks or something like that. So that was my issue. To smooth it with.
So we're about to hear Marceau get really big of himself and say, you could have never had Tisha, to which Martell is going to shred Marceau.
I don't know what type of friends he's used to.
Why? Oh, you asked me that.
One of y'all gotta go, or both of y'all gotta leave.
I didn't Tisha with my boys. Okay, what you talking about? He said I couldn't. Also, you know who she married? You think you was ugly than you are, better than you are. What the talking about? I couldn't. You think you could?
He said, are you saying I couldn't have effed your wife? Do you know who she married? She married, you were uglier than you are. You were fatter than you are right now, Marceau, but you're telling me that I couldn't have smashed Tisha when she was literally smashing my friend in the same room. I could have tapped in. I could have literally tapped in on your girl, dude.
Tisha got the bottom of the barrel.
He said, Tisha got the bottom of the barrel. And look at Tisha just sitting over there laughing. Can you imagine how uncomfortable that is? Now, look, I know it's a show and everything, but I know personally, I'm not hanging out with nobody that would say this shit about me. I'm not. Access is power, you guys. Read the 48 Laws of Power. Access is power. And sitting around for this man to say all this stuff and get everything he can get out on camera against you for entertainment, I would have been done left that situation. You would have been having to say all of that stuff to the empty space where I used to be, because you're not going to sit there and talk about this shit about me on TV in front of these people. You and I wasn't going to do that. But she sat there and smiled and laughed, ha ha, he through it. Okay, ha ha, he through it. Now, Miss Wanda was supposed to go live today, so oh, she is live.
But y'all know, I had to wait till we got ready to.
Her sound sucks.
Got rid of all the children was over to
So Miss Wanda is very upset about her daughter's promiscuity being put on blast on this show for entertainment. And she does not appreciate that Martell said this stuff about her daughter Tisha, who pays her own taxes, by the way, and has her own dependents, but her mother, who's taking Geritol, thinks that it's a great idea to speak on her daughter's behalf. I'm not sure. I think she makes it way worse for her daughter than it needs to be by having these lives, because then people turn around and attack Tisha for what flew out of her mother's mouth, but nobody's putting 2 and 8 together in that camp. So Wanda is going live right now. Now she be getting iffy about whether or not you can play her stuff and her image and likeness, and she be trying to strike a channel. And I'm doing good over here on my channel, so I'm not gonna like play her so you can see her or hear her really, but I'll tell you what she's saying. She doesn't really start talking shit till about 10 minutes in, and it's only 6 minutes in right now.
If I can't get my likes up to at least 100.
So she's begging for likes right now. She doesn't want to say anything until she gets the likes up to 100. So we're gonna look at this. So he said Tisha got the bottom of the barrel. Okay, let's listen to one more time why Wanda's about to go off.
Tisha got the bottom of the barrel.
And she kept,
What the?
and she said,
You're real ugly.
I saved you, babe.
Like, what's wrong with you?
Thank you.
Martell is absolutely dead wrong for talking about Tisha's history and involved.
So how is Martell dead wrong for talking about Tisha's history, but he wasn't dead wrong for talking about Melody's history, and you guys all just sat around and gobbled it up with popcorn? So you should know what's good for a goose is great for a gander. Did you guys not hear about that?
But I can't get the lights up. Yeah, I will click off. I don't care.
She's not going to say nothing until she gets to her 100 likes. But I just want to talk about the duplicity of the rest of the cast over here on Married to Medicine, where I told you there was an alliance against Melody from the jump. They were way mad. They stay mad at Melody and her success and her ingenuity and her creativity, obviously. They all are eating at a table that Melody prepared, and they hate her for giving them a table to eat out of, in my opinion, because they be treating her like shit. And they all got a lot of negative stuff to say about Melody. But when it's their turn, then they all band together and no, you shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that. All of a sudden, they know what to say and what's not to say.
For her in the conversation, they want to have a big D or little D.
I told you, she loves referring to big D's and little D's. She might want to get some psychological help because she sounds a little confused. Women don't have dicks, okay?
Swinging contest, they shouldn't do it in front of the women. I think that's just, it's just so just crass. I'm leaving. I'm done. How you leaving your own business? I don't really like all of this.
Destiny,
Y'all, that's all.
Lance said, hold on.
Hey, Lance,
did we ever see Destiny storm off, walk away when something was said about her good friend Melody when they were friends back in the day? Did we ever see her just walk away at an allegation made against Melody? No. Interesting.
I can walk your girl to the car.
Turn around quick.
I'm sorry.
And then this guy right here is Lance. And as soon as they broke up, he went and got in the DMs of Sunny, the one who married her ex-boyfriend.
It's all good.
I understand that Destiny is upset about this situation, but girl, you started this. Like that whole who hurt you the.
Did she start it or did Marceau start it? Marceau had threatened Martell when they all were sitting around the table that he was going to tell about him, about his family. He was going to tell a lot of stuff. And that triggered Martell. And Martell started screaming about, well, he was going to go get his phone and da-da-da-da. But I do believe that Marceau started this shit, Tisha. And just like a Scot, throw a rock and break a window and hide their hands and act like, how'd this glass get broken? Because your husband's big ass mouth prepared a boiling bath for yourself, you guys.
Most Destiny know Martell, so she had to have an idea of how this was going to end.
Can't trust a liar.
If you've ever dreamed of owning an apartment complex and you live near one of these cities.
So Wanda's still waiting for 100 likes to go live. We'll see. And then, look, that got Tisha hot. She's very upset. And Marceau was fatter and uglier when the show started. I can say the truth. He is looking way better than he used to look.
Even if he's wrong, he wants you to agree with him.
So now everything he says is lies. Okay? When he was sitting there tearing down Melody, it was all the truth, and they would repeat it like it's the truth. But now it's all lies, even though Tisha confirmed knowledge that Martell likes friends who share women because she was in the room with him getting smashed by his friend that time. Mm-hmm.
Not the point. Tisha is catching all them strays because you like all that.
Oh, and Kimmy.
I'm just saying.
Kimmy is a woman's woman now, where she cares about the strays a woman catches. Yeah. Okay. So now Tisha's talking. I mean, what's her name? Wanda's.
tree last night. You balled up.
Oh no. So now Wanda thinks she's going to sue somebody. Wanda thinks she's going to sue Martell for barking up the wrong tree last night, and he needs to get his lawyer.
You don't know me by now, then you would never, never, never get to know me. So, what that means is, if you come for one of mine, I'm coming at you. Simple as that. She may not get down in the mood with you, but Wanda will.
See, and that's the problem. Wanda's saying, my daughter may not get down in the mud with you, but Wanda will. And that's why people go take it back to your daughter, because she's on the show. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to argue with their grandmas. Oh, is it a lie? Everything he said was the truth about Melody, but now all of a sudden, Martell's a liar? Really? Really? Miss Wanda was co-signing and repeating things that Martell said is truth. And then when she would get called on the carpet for saying some backward shit, she would be like, oh, well, Martell said it. Martell said it. And now Martell's at the range and she is firing upon him. Anyway, you guys, let me see. She's waiting for it to get to 100 likes. I don't know if we have that long because she's very upset. I guess she doesn't want people to think that Tisha was in orgy situations in college, because even Tisha was like, that was in college. So it happened. So that means that Martell told something of a truth, because Tisha co-signed and said that was in college. That was so long ago. So why is Miss Wanda mad? Tisha said it happened. But one thing that Miss Wanda is alleging is that Martell had a boyfriend in college and that Miss Wanda knew. I mean, and that Melody knew he had a boyfriend and he used to kiss his boyfriend all the time in college. So here, while she's waiting to get her likes up, here, let me share the screen one more time. Because one other thing I noticed over here on Love and Marriage Huntsville, you guys, is that the Scotts have spent so much time focusing on Melody and Martell. We didn't even know they almost got divorced. Come to find out, Letitia Scott and Marceau Scott were separated, just like the people were saying. Within the 9 seasons of them being on the show, did we know any of it? No, because they're not sharing their real life. They was too busy in the Holtz marriage, pretending like theirs was fine, nothing to see here, but they was full on separated and addressed Marceau not wearing his running ring because they were separated.
I just bought you a ring.
Okay. I said you were ring, not me.
Oh, like, listen, babe, when you wear that ring, you represent both of us.
Oh, so what you represent when you wear nothing?
Our heart. That I've given you my all.
Okay.
Including my ring. Are you about to buy me a band?
You're a money man. What you talking about?
These are some of my personal favorites.
Why do people keep coming for me? It took me through a season of like depression for real. Like I was really sad.
Nobody cared when Melody was depressed and sad. These ankle biters just kept on attacking her, having their mothers attack her. And now for sure, for this one particularly, Letitia, to have the nerve to get up here and cry about her mental health and attacks when all they've been doing is attacking Melody. And I'm not even a mellometer. I'm just like a viewer who has witnessed this behavior. And it's interesting because to me, I swear, Letitia has always struck me as a person obsessed with Melody. Like anything Melody does, she tries to do. So, and anything Melody could do, she tries to do. So, like Melody has a bona fide bone to pick with people about her mental health, the attacks and everything, because she gets it coming and going, okay, for her fans and everything. who's been attacking Letitia? I don't understand. Why is she sitting up here crying about her? What about her cousin Kiki, who she made it so hard for, and who her mother made it so hard for, who recently passed, rest in peace, Kiki. And now you're sitting up here crying about your mental health? A lot of gaslighting happening at the Scotts, in my opinion.
And hurt, and I felt like alone, and I felt like I'm fighting by myself.
Alex is still frustrated and pissed off and angry and all of the above. People just made it so awkward.
Well, you have to make it awkward. Really tough. I mean, we've had conversations about not being together and what does that look like. And I'm just happy that we're deciding that we love each other enough to try to.
So we've never seen these discussions on love and marriage. Love and marriage. So a love and marriage show would be the perfect opportunity to show how did Letitia and Marceau Scott have an issue in their marriage and then work through it and maneuver to the other side of this, where they're finally admitting that they decided to stay together. We're in season 9. We had no idea, you guys. So now at this point, I don't care. I don't care. You wasn't honest enough to share us this part, and you pretended everything was okay to make Melody look like a loser in marriage. Come to find out, everybody on the show is a loser in marriage. And you guys just happen to have something where you decided to stick it out.
Figure it out.
We want to figure it out, but like we have to be, like we got to be the people that we said we're going to be. The one thing that I love about us, and I loved about you, I remember I used to walk behind you, and I would see how your shoulders, you always held yourself up real tall, even though you're short.
So Marceau is an interesting man. He used to walk behind his wife with all that ass to look at how she held her shoulders. He wasn't looking at her ass. Okay, liar.
Short as hell. And how you carry yourself, right? And it's like no one can, knock that chip off your shoulder. No one can change who you are. You're always going to be you. And I think that I've seen, to a certain extent, some influence that I didn't like.
And now he's referring to some influence that he didn't like. And remember, Melody has said before that Marceau doesn't want Letitia hanging out with her because she might want to leave his ass and get influenced, or made reference to the influence of seeing a businesswoman and all this stuff. And yeah, and Marceau has made comments. Marceau wants his woman a certain kind of way, for Shirley.
Everybody beating up on you. You get tired. And like that's
So she knows Melody gets tired. Put it that way. She knows how tired Melody could be, possibly from everybody beating up on her, coming for her ankles the way that they do. Scott.
how it is for me. For the past, 6 years, I've been having so many people beating up on me.
Really? For the past 6 years, people have been beating up on Tisha, not Melody? That's interesting. What universe am I in?
So many people saying so many negative things about me.
So her mom provokes people to say negative things about her with her mom does that.
And I'm like, I'm not that person who wants to fight or who want to cuss people out. I like to have a good time. I like to have fun. Like that's me. But why do people keep coming for me? It took me through a.
So now Wanda is yelling about Marceau not having his wedding ring, and the alleged reason is because he lost some weight in his finger.
Wants to be married and wants to be a side piece. That's what it's for. That's what that ring is for the side pieces. That wants to be side pieces, okay? That's what that ring is for, Marceau. That ring is for what I said. For the side pieces.
The rings is for the side pieces.
That's what that ring for. Get your fuck ass on now. You see this? I don't have mine on because I ain't married. Okay? Well, I am, but I ain't. That part right there. I'm on somebody to do this motherfucking shit. Because I ain't ashamed to say it.
I'm married. I keep mine on. I rarely take it off.
Okay, sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I feel like I want to wear it. Sometimes I don't. I don't like too much jewelry.
A season of like depression for real. Like I was really sad and hurt, and I felt like alone, and I felt like I'm fighting by myself.
If someone's talking bad about you that you can't control, you don't have to read it. You don't have to go there. You don't have to do that.
I think that navigating your marriage
And look at their body language. Look how Tisha's leaning away from Marceau. I think that speaks volumes about where they are.
That being totally disrespectful of myself. I don't like that motherfucking shit. You better get your shit together or you're going to be out that motherfucking door. That's what you better do. Get your shit together.
Miss Wanda said that if Marceau doesn't get his stuff together, then he going to be out the door. When she comes to Huntsville, she's not just coming to visit her children. Marceau is a clown. He acts tough, but he did not back up his wife at all.
She ain't playing. Whose house it is? She just ain't playing. And what you're not gonna do is play my damn daughter like she is stupid or crazy or something.
Obviously, Marceau is playing her like she's stupid or crazy.
Shiny ass ring for they can damn see. Because evidently they can't see with that little black ring you be wearing. I guess some people don't see that ring that you wearing. So get your boy shiny blind.
the public eye is difficult.
No, I think my biggest frustration right now is he believes I love her. Then why do you only listen to my words when you hear someone else say it? Like I can say something, and until something on it, some pastor on the internet says it, it's not true. So you think about that ring, that ring for real?
The band.
So that's deep.
Not the ring, the band.
Same thing, too.
No, it's not. It's different. It's the band. I talked to Destiny just a few minutes ago. So I was just telling her, apologizing to her about the craziness that took place at her field day.
So she just talked to Destiny and apologized to Destiny for the craziness on the game day. Really? We must have not have seen something else for Tisha to be apologizing to Destiny. That's interesting. That means they left a lot on the floor in the editing room.
I apologize to her for my portion in it, but there's very few things in this world you have control over, and I have control over, but I can control my response. Mm-hmm. And that's true responsibility. So when Stormy was calling me a bitch, there's nothing I can personally do to stop someone from saying.
She's getting ready to go in on Martell. I'll tell you what she's saying.
And it's up to me to make sure.
I'll tell you what she's saying.
Hey, I like it. Don't get me wrong. I liked it and shit. I liked it. I want to know too. I want to know too.
I don't know. They're trying to figure out some stuff.
I like it, but if you ain't involved with nobody with waste my
people say when they go low, I'll go lower. It ain't a flex. Truth is, I got to be accountable, but I realize in that moment that there's nothing I can personally do. Martell's been a loose cannon. We don't have the relationship with Martell to be able to hold him accountable. Martell doesn't hang around.
So now Martell's a loose cannon. Now Martell is unaccountable.
What you asked for, I was like on the fucking floor, okay? I was laughing like a motherfucker, okay? I was laughing. I was like, Trish, if you don't get that girl what she asking for, Trish, if you don't get that girl what she asking for, just tell her the damn truth.
Right? Just tell the truth.
On us as much, then we lose that relationship.
You got to come straight out, girl. Hell no. Girl, I be like, well, bitch, I was over your bitch, I fucked your goddamn man. I did this, I did that. Just be real with the shit.
Yeah, just be real.
Yeah, I fucked your motherfucking man. You went doing it. Somebody had to damn do it.
It is what it is.
Don't ask me nothing about the damn how the house look. I don't think you need to ask me how the motherfucking bedroom look. That's the only thing you need to damn know. I can tell you clearly how the motherfucking bedroom.
Oh, so she didn't get to Martell yet. But also in this episode, this scene happened, which I thought was really telling. Did you guys know there's a new lady on the show named Trisha? And Trisha
Was not. I didn't think it was what I wanted to be. The last time we met? Yeah. Okay, so the trip, after the trip.
is it me, or is this lady not able to look Melody in the eyes?
I didn't say bye because I was like, I want to go say bye to her, but I couldn't say bye to her because I'm like, people just made it so awkward. And I was just still frustrated and pissed off and angry and all of the above. I just think it was made awkward and it pissed me off. So I'm like, well, you have to make it awkward. People just made it so awkward. Well, you have to make
I think Trisha made it awkward, lying to everybody.
it awkward. You have to make it awkward if you feel awkward. Because, well, let me say why. At the sunset dinner, right, from what I was gathering, there were some things not told correctly to your friends. What took place with the whole you and one of our ex and the whole DM situation? So you talking about Martell. I want to say this. When we were at the gym, me and you and Destiny, I told you what he said. Yeah. You adamantly
So this lady is a liar face.
said it's not true. So are you saying now it is true? Well, yeah. I left it out for a reason. So you just lied in order to.
That's where I want to be. You been in my house? You been in my house? You been in my bedroom?
Because I was like, let's make sure we put the truth out on there because I'm confused at where this is where this is gonna go.
Now, the truth isn't in this lady, as far as I can tell. She's married, getting a divorce, hasn't started the divorce. Her husband left her, but lived upstairs. She was a single mom with a live-in boyfriend. And yeah, we can't make heads or tails of it. No heads or tails. If she's talking, it's lies. Confusion and lies. I don't know, but we know the devil is the author of confusion and lies, and that's all this girl does is confuse and lie. And she can't even say the words right.
For one, I had to ask Martell, like, what was your motive? What was the motive behind what? Saying that I went to his house. Did you think it was awkward though whenever you were invited to come train at his house and you ain't know him? Was that awkward then? I can say I didn't know him. I knew of him because I grew up with Tez. We both went to school and stuff together. And then my sister went to Butler with him too. But
so she just admitted that she knew Martell, knew of him. So that means she would have had to know that Martell was married when she went over his house to train/smash Martell.
She didn't know. You knew. Yeah, I mean, I go to the house all the time. I still do. Training? Yeah. So what year did you go train him at his house? 2020. 2020? What month? That's a good question. I don't know.
So Melody is trying to get this girl, the liar, to admit when she was at Martell's house, because she's changed her story from 3 years ago to 4 years ago to 5 years ago. And if it was 5 years ago, then Melody was definitely still in the picture, and so was Coleslaw's ass, and everybody knew about that shit.
The face don't match your motherfucking dick, okay? The face don't match your motherfucking dick, okay? The face don't match your body, and it don't match your dick, okay? Maybe that, okay. Trish, that's what you should have said, babe. The face don't match his dick or his body.
A typical driveway.
And it don't match, it just don't fucking match.
They all
So for some reason, Miss Wanda on her live is again referring to Martell's penis. I'm not sure how she knows about Martell's penis and knowing whether or not it matches his body. Maybe she knows because Letitia told her after she saw it in college when she was smashing his homeboy. I don't know. Allegedly, I don't know.
Timber is?
It was fall. It was chilly. Yeah.
Not too late in the fall though, because we would have had to have been there between April and August of 2020.
It was chilly outside. It was chilly outside.
So she doesn't know what the house looked like, what the driveway looked like, but she remembers it was chilly when she went to Martell's house. She remembers that.
I don't even know if she knows where she went. It's clearly something that she's not wanting to come out, that she's scared to give facts on because she don't want it to come out. And I'm saying, just let it come out.
Yeah, it was, whatever it was cold out. It was a little chilly outside.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Were you and Ken talking at the time?
No, he came much later.
Now it's much later. No, it was overlapping, bitch.
You ain't just ate none of your food, girl. I'm glad I ain't ordering that on guess because I don't think you feeling your food. It doesn't matter one way or the other to me why she went or what she did while she was there, because obviously I was gone. But you know what? Trisha definitely had an ample amount of time, if she wanted to, to pull me to the side. Hey, girl, let me let you know what's being said. I don't want anything to catch you off guard. But let's be clear. If she's anything like the people that she tends to hang around in this group, girl code is non-existent. That's too big of an ass in this group. So let me ask you something. Before or when I asked you to come on the trip, right?
And that's true. I mean, all these girls on the show want to argue about girl code, support women.
Yes. Had these conversations already happened in terms of training at the house or not? Had y'all already had them?
The target? What's the target?
Yeah, so you knew this possible narrative was being put out there before the trip.
Yeah.
So did you ever feel like, hey, she invited me on this trip, I accepted the invitation. Let me pour this out and let her know though.
Next, on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
I did go by and see Marshall that dude in real life.
Here we go.
In real life. I don't hear nothing about that dude. Feel like he started it. Marshall said some.
You should not have put Letitia in it.
Yeah, I did.
I text from Martell. Oh, God.
This was a conversation between Marshall and Martell. All right? And it wasn't about you. It was not about you.
Wait, so you the one who said you ain't saying nothing about me?
No. I was saying that Martell is the kind of man that will call me and ask me about me and you sleeping together.
How do you co-parent when you're dealing with people that might be your trigger?
I speak in silent. He speaks out loud. No, he speaks. I don't care.
Are you being triggered right now?
Don't.
Okay, so obviously this is the bootleg man. Let's take him off here. That was a lot, you guys. She's going to subpoena somebody's asses. She thinks that she can subpoena Martell's people or something. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that to you guys real quick. I'm going to come back and stay in my lane with some housewife stuff here later. So hopefully you have your bell rung for that. Make sure you smash the like button, smash the subscribe button on your way out or in. And I have the bell rung, so when I do come back live, you can see what I'm doing. I'll see you in the next video, Curvies. Peace.